to my garden. For all of you that are new to my videos, we live in France. We are originally from Colorado. We moved to France several years ago, and so I started a garden here, and this is what I have been doing, just gardening and enjoying my time away from work that I used to work before, and just really peaceful. I started my videos, and I'm so grateful to all of you who have been following my videos and subscribe to my channels. Thank you so much. So anyway, today is a lovely, lovely day, beautiful sun. It's not super hot. I just got through watering today. And then I have few things that I'd like to plant, and I thought maybe I can take you along with me to show you what I'm doing. Also, I planted few things without doing the videos, just off camera, and I thought maybe I can take you around and show you some of the new things that I've planted just recently. Few things that are blooming, and I thought we can just take a look at that together. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and let's start. So first I wanted to show you my clematis here in this container. It's looking really pretty. So this is a curly willow that I just bought. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to plant this. This is an interesting variety I wanted to show you. This one, it's been sitting here for a while. It is Salix Erythroflexuosa, I think. So it's supposed to get the best thing about this curly willows is first, the reason why I bought them, because I think they're really beautiful in the flower arrangements. I knew that I can go and cut the branches anytime from the garden and create my flower arrangements at the house, which would be really pretty. But what's really great about this variety is that it goes up to only about 2.5 meters tall. They don't get super big, and usually willows get very big, and I really first don't have any room. Back side of our house is not really ready to start planting yet. I started digging the ground a little bit, playing with it, but there's nothing like I can just go plant there yet. So I thought I can always maybe tack this somewhere that it's not going to take a whole lot of space, and it's very ideal for that. And then, but I wanted to show you this container. This container actually is looking really good. I can say that it was my favorite that I planted last time, just because I felt like everything was a little more vertical, and I also had clematis vertical. So what I'll do, maybe I'll just get some other plants that are a little lower growing, and then I might move these beautiful salvias. I love them. They come back for me every year. So I have another spot that I'd like to take them and plant them. But the clematis is doing really great. And here I have a one bloom right here. This is a variety called Indigo Violet here in France. This one is I think it's a Sapphire Indigo series. They belong to group 3 clematis. Which means you can cut them all the way down to only a few inches, and then they sprout from the ground up again, so that you don't have to trim or do anything to it, which is very lovely. And then also I wanted to show you that I have so many buds on them. I'm so excited. You can see there, and I like it a little messy, where they just kind of trail and go everywhere, and then the flowers just pop through different areas of the container, and I love that. So I have several flowers. I love the color, it's so pretty, and I think this is going to just basically stay in these containers and keep coming back, and just will be a centerpiece for it. Even in the spring, when I do I plant my violas and other things, I can always just go around and plant around them, which will be perfect. So and then these containers are doing really good. These hydrangeas that you can see, they're red. They were supposed to be pink. You can see this one. This is the ideal color that I chose, but some of them was red, but it's okay. I love them. I think it's funky, but it's really pretty. And then I wanted to show you those petunias that are doing really good. I kind of planted these in these containers and just placed them right on a windowsill, and I think they're doing really great. You can see all of them were supposed to be the same color that when I purchased, but unfortunately I have some red you know, it's okay. It doesn't bother me. I think it's really, really pretty. And then in this bed here in the front, as you know, I've been working on this bed for quite some time. um, this bed was really strange because I never really liked how it turned out. We had a really big willow tree here. It was, it just really, it dried very fast because the willow trees need lots of water and they literally absorbed everything. So a very dry, shady bed where I just literally couldn't do anything. As we started removing the trees, I started bordering with boxwoods, which I really like. I have some hydrangeas. But what I did just recently, actually just yesterday, I started planting homestead purple verbena, and this is a perennial for us. So this is a hardy to zone 7. I was able to find this in a garden center. I was really surprised, and I think this is a US variety. I am very, very excited, but you can see how beautiful deep purple the color is. I absolutely love this color. And most of the roses here, you can see this one is, I think it's called Henry Delbart rose. I planted this just last year. And it's doing really, really good. It was bare rooted when I planted. It's very small. It will take a few years for it to really mature and look, you know, really beautiful. But you can see it does have a beautiful color. It's not very, it doesn't have many counts of petals, but it is really pretty, and I love the uprightness to it, and I love the color. So I have 3 planted here. They're very small, the other 2, but this bed is mostly, I have the blues and the purples and apricots and some you know, yellows and oranges. So I think the violas, I'm sorry, the purple homestead verbenas are going to look really, really nice as they start spreading in between everything. The colors will be more blended and more beautiful together. Um, Here also in this bed, I planted some geranium roseanne, which you can see they're already starting to bloom. It has a beautiful, beautiful blue color to it, a little lightish blue. It's very, very beautiful. So I have them in several spots. They were very small again when I planted. I tend to buy smaller plants because it's affordable for me, and then it takes a little time, but I'm patient, and sometimes they establish better that way for me also. And so yeah, and I have all of these beautiful colors here, which is going to be really pretty. And this one is a hydrangea paniculata. It's called petite star. It's a small hydrangea. It will probably be about 2 feet by 2 feet size, which is going to be really nice in here to just bring another you know, another texture, another interest. And then back of this border today, we are going to plant some catnip. And this is a proven winners variety catnip. I'm very, very excited because these are cat pajamas. I really wanted this variety for a long time. I'm very thankful I was able to find them here in France. They are great. They constantly keep blooming. This is probably, I don't know, it may be a little shadier spot for them. I'm not sure, but we do get quite a bit of a sun, especially towards the afternoon. It comes through here. I think they probably will have enough, and I'll keep an eye on it and see if they don't do well. I can always transplant them, but sometimes you never know. So I'd like to try to have. You can see I have several here, and I'd like them to grow and kind of fill in between all of the plants because they will be lower growing and they will be blooming pretty much most of the summer. All I have to do is just go ahead and cut them back after the first flush, and then they will have their second and a third, and they bring this lovely complement to the garden. So I'm very excited to have those. So that's what I'm going to plant. And then I just recently planted a couple of clematis, and the name of the clematis is, I think this might be Japanese variety. It's called HF Young. They are blue. They belong to group 2 variety, which are really, really uh, really nice. I like them. I have to trim them. I have to take care of them a little bit. They don't have to be cut completely. You can always control the size of the plant, but they don't necessarily have to be pruned. All I need to do is just prune the tendrils, you know, give them a good trim, and they will be just fine. So I planted two here because, you know, this fence that borders us and the neighbor, between us and the neighbors. And I thought it'd be really pretty for them to climb up and kind of cover this fence with the beautiful blue flowers here. And the new addition to my garden in terms of Japanese maple, I'm very excited to have Japanese maple called Koton no Ito. This is a, if you're interested, please let me know and I'll give you the name. But this is a very beautiful, beautiful lace looking Japanese maple. It's not a whipping variety. It has this very fine willow looking leaves. And actually I do have another variety that is similar to this one. It's called Hobbs Red Willow. It's a red variety, but it does have beautiful variations of the colors. For example, maybe the entire leaf would be bronzy green, but then the tips would be red. And in the sun, it's just so gorgeous. And it does have that kind of a quality. But this one, you can see it's more of a chartreuse green. It has a little bit of coral edges of the leaves. But in the fall, this tree will turn literally orange, yellow orange, and that's exactly what I want in this area. It's going to be beautiful because I have other Japanese maples that are red, so it will give me another color here for the fall. And as it grows, it's not going to get very big, probably 8 feet tall in probably 10 years or so, and it will just bring really beautiful kind of a light, lacy, almost grassy looking interest, texture to this area. And then I'm really excited because I have Queen of Sweden roses are blooming. Now these roses I planted just this spring, and it's starting to bloom. This is a very small, it was a bare rooted, I just planted 2 months ago, but you can see it's leafing out, doing well. Some of these woody parts needs to be already cut, but I'm really excited. I love the color, and I think I might plant another one, maybe in this area, because I have another one here, so I have two. And I thought having the blue background with this beautiful light salmon pink delicate color will just bring really pretty color combination here. Okay, and so now I would like to show you what I'm going to plant. I have two clematis that I'd like to plant. Now this one's called Clematis multi-blue. And those multi-blue, they seem like they like a lot of sun because they've been sitting in a very sunny position in these little containers, and you can see they're healthy, they're loving it. They're supposed to be very fast growing, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a group 2 clemata as well, and I think I might plant them on that obelisk. I have a clemata that's growing there. I might leave him. It's called Veronica's Choice, I believe. And this year it did better than other years, but it's been, I don't know, it's just kind of sitting there, not doing really a whole lot. Maybe it's not enough sun, I'm not sure. But what I'm going to do is plant those two clematis on that obelisk and let them to just cover that entire obelisk basically. So that's my plan, and hopefully we'll pop the pictures of the clematis so you can see what they look like. They're really pretty. And then there is another clemata that I'm really interested in, which is going to go into my woodland area of the garden, which up there, which will go plant that. I'd like to plant this one by the base of one of the trees, and I really like having them climb on the bases of those big pine trees because I have a big trunks, and there's just kind of nothing going on there. And any vertical area that I have, I'd like to have something beautiful, and I think this would be really good. So this one called Olson's Ivan Olson clematis. Some can say Ivan, some say Ivan. I'm not sure how you want to pronounce that, but this is a beautiful variety because it has it does belong to this group 2 variety, and it's a large flowering clemata. It has beautiful large, almost white to a little bit of a bluish tones on the edge of the petals. I think this is going to be really pretty for that area. And then a couple other things that I've been planting recently, some other varieties that I plant in a garden. Now this is a Baptisia. I think they're super easy to grow. They like lots of sun. They're not fussy. I think the only problem with the Baptisia is when you try to choose a place for them to plant, make sure they're not going to be moved and give them space because they do get quite big. Um, but the best part about, so the difficult part about Baptisias, I should say, is that their roots go very, very deep. So if they're not ideal plants to transplant. It is more than likely you can kill them if you wait for a while and then try to transplant. So you need to either be mindful of immediately have a good spot for them, or if you decide that it might not be the best place for them, you need to immediately move them before their roots really take and then because it is very possible to cut the roots during the digging. So this variety is very exciting for me. This is a proven winners, Baptisia. This called Pink Lemonade, and this is the Decadence series. And I have a couple of them because I planted pink truffles, and I may have two other varieties, but we had them in a nursery in France, and I got so excited to find them. This is a beautiful. This has a yellow with some lilac to it on the same lilac and yellow together, kind of bicolor, which is beautiful. This one I found here in France. This one I'm not familiar with the variety. It's called Baptisia minor. It's dark blue, and I think this is not the proven winner. So this is a French variety, which I'm very excited to plant this one. I think it's going to look great. And then I have some beautiful hydrangeas that are blooming right now. So we'll go plant this Baptisia, and then I can also show you the hydrangeas that are doing really, really good. So anyway, this one is a dark blue. This one is the Pink Lemonade. Those two will go up to my woodland area, and the Clematis will go here. Baptisia will go down on the other side. So um, let's just go ahead and start planting, and then I'll just show you where everything go. Let me get my gloves. Let's start with this one. So this Baptisia will be going downstairs. And I have some weeds that I have to take out, and I have deadheading that I need to do some of the roses, but for most part, mostly just cleaning. You can see I need to cut the tulips are finished. They already dry. They're ready to be cut, so I need to come and get them cut. The the clematis I would have wanted to plant probably right here, but I'm not sure. I'm feeling like it may not be enough sun in this area, although we did wanted to remove some of the branches, but I'm not sure. I probably will plant up there and then evaluate this area after the branches are cut and see how much sun there will be. But the Baptisia blue, I would like to plant right here, and I think this would be a really nice spot for it. Oh, and then let's check out these hydrangeas before I start. So I've been giving some aluminum sulfate, and I think iron sulfate will also work. So I keep adding, and you can see they're already turning blue. So I need to give another application and see if that would change the pH a little more. But it takes a little time, but slowly you can see they're turning. Really excited about this. Oh my goodness, I wanted blue hydrangeas forever. These hydrangeas are planted in the pots inside of inside the ground, and I wanted to do that so I can control a little better in terms of color. In fact, you can just get specific low pH soil and fill your containers, and then immediately you can have blue. And that's what I wanted to do, but I think it was a miscommunication, and my soil is just not what I wanted when they sold me, and I thought I was getting that soil, the low pH soil for the blue color. But I decided, you know what, they're already planted. I don't want to change that. So I will just keep adding some components for the to change the color, and they're starting to turn. They're doing really, really good, and I'm really happy about this. So pretty. And the hydrangeas here, these are the hydrangeas that I transplanted last year from the area where where we cut all the trees, and it changed from the beds changed from shady area to sunny area. So I moved all the hydrangeas and I planted most of them here, and then some of them went to my friend's garden. We planted there, but you can see they're already doing really good. They're starting to bloom. I've been keep giving them some aluminum sulfate and giving them some good fertilizer, hoping that they will maybe I can even be able to give them a little bit of a bluish color. We'll see if that works. I mean, it will take time, but I have another one, large one here. This one also, and this is a beautiful Japanese maple. It's called Emerald Lace. You can see how beautiful this is. So this will fill in here, and then I have two more hydrangeas. They're white on this side, and they're super happy because they really like the shade in this area. So that's kind of what's going on here, and you can see I have weeds, and honestly my weeds just keep coming. I have to stay on top of it, but honestly eventually I need to figure out how to mulch everything, because as soon as I mulch, then I'm not going to have to deal with so much weeds. But it's just, it has to do with budget, and my garden is so big. I will get there in one point. So okay, we'll go ahead and get this started. So when I plant clematis, I usually give a little bit of a fertilizer. I did put some mycorrhizal fungi into the hole to help the roots grow. But also for the clematis, I give some fertilizer. I like to give fertilizer because clematis really, they're very hungry plants. They like being fertilized. All my clematis have been fertilized early spring, and I think midsummer I might give just a little more fertilizer to them. You can also fertilize them with the rose food as well, or just a regular fertilizer, but it really does help when they get fertilized. And then most importantly, for the group 2 clematis, it is, or for lots of, for most of the clematis, and I think group 3 is not as fussy as the group 2. For the group 2, it is important to plant them deeper than a hole, to the surface of the surface of the soil, below the surface of the soil, just because group 2 can get clematis wilt. And when that happens, and they do get, especially in our area, because we get lots of rain in the spring and winter time. So if they do that, it is you can cut the clematis completely down, and you will still have the roots protected, so they will not get infected. They will be farther down into the ground. Also, it helps to plant deep, just because clematis roots like to stay cool. Sometimes I protect them with the stones around them to keep them cool. So the most importantly, to protect clematis roots from getting too hot in the summertime. And if we plant them deeper, they do stay cool. So it does help when you're planting clematis. Okay, we'll just go ahead and plant the other two, and then I'll just come back and water all my plants because, I mean, not all of it, just the ones that I planted, because everything else has been watered already. Okay, so I went ahead and planted everything. I'm really excited. I'm so happy everything is planted because they've been sitting here for a while. I had few things that I was trying to get to, and I really didn't want it to plant alone because I wanted to bring you along with me to plant everything and update you in what's going on. And so I'm glad everything is in the ground. So you can see here we have our catnip, cat's pajamas into the planted all in a different spots. Now I wish I could have planted one right here and right here, but first there is no, I don't think there is as much sun here, although in the afternoon it does come through here. However, I have Mexican petunias that are coming back really well, and they have this beautiful petunia-like flowers with a light lavender blue color, and it's really beautiful. I fell in love with this plant. I have another one right here that it's doing really well. So I would love to have another one somewhere in this area. Now, these are beautiful delphiniums. I don't know what variety because they didn't have names on it. We were in Toulouse in a garden center, and no, it wasn't a garden center. It was an agricultural school where we bought all the other plants that the children create and start, which is really fun. And so I've never seen one like this because it has more of a, I don't know, almost like what I want to say, Cosmo type texture, I guess. And then it has this beautiful blue flowers. If you guys know what variety this is, it didn't have name when we were buying this. Let me know what variety this is. I really like them. So I planted them here. I could move another one, another spot, but I would love to have another Mexican petunia right here because then it would be very cohesive in this area. So that's kind of what's going on in this bed, and you can see all my everything is coming through really well. The begonias are doing really good with salvias. Salvias stayed there from last year, and they came back and they're doing really good. I fertilized them. They're just so pretty. I love the blue color. So the clematis we went ahead and planted, and I'll show you where they are. They look, I think they're going to look really nice. So I have this obelisk that's placed here, and this area is still kind of working area because I only got here last year. I started working my way up from this part of the garden, and it was a fence. You can see all this chicken wire was here, so I went ahead to remove them and decided to make trellises from them. And you can see we have I planted this beautiful Clematis amber just in my previous videos, and it's already taking off and doing really good. I'm hoping to cover in this area, and has really beautiful, oh look, it has a bud. I'm so excited. It has a beautiful tulip looking yellow, creamy yellow bud that's going to cover hopefully this place. And then two of Clematis violet purple, I can't remember the name. Anyway, we planted right here, and this one is another clematis that's been here for a while. It's called Veronica's Choice. This is also group 2 clematis, and you know, it just hasn't really been doing great. It's been here for a good few years. It bloomed much better this year, but you can see there's nothing coming out from the bottom yet. So I'm not sure really if this is going to take off, and sometimes I just have to replace them if they really don't do anything. It's been fertilized, it's been watered well, it's been, you know, all of those things. But I did plant the other two in case this one doesn't make it. I can have the other one start covering this obelisk because I really like to have another David Aston Rose, maybe a Queen of Sweden here, which will brighten this area. This is a bit of a shady area, but that beautiful bright color I think will bring nice illumination in this area, and the colors will go really well with the blue and the salmon pink. It will be very pretty. So that's what's going on here. And then let's go and I'll show you where I planted the rest of the stuff up in my woodland area really quick, and then I think that would be the end of this video. So, but the garden is looking good so far. Sorry, all my stuff is here. I'm working on it. I'm trying to deadhead some flowers, some roses. This is a beautiful rose. It's just starting to open, and it's called, I will place the name on the screen. This is a really beautiful one. I love that one. But everything is looking healthy. I need to do some deadheading, as I said. Oh, and then I would like to show you how the magnolias are starting to open. You can see, oh, look at this. Isn't this just gorgeous? I have buds. Oh, they're so pretty. I have another one right here. And see, this one is budding. And these magnolias are going to be really pretty. I'm trying to make it narrow. This is a little gem variety, so they're not going to get super big like the southern magnolias. And what I'd like to do is create a wall to go over the arbor and maybe meet each other and kind of grow over and create this wall where you can only see the magnolias with the beautiful white flowers and not see what is on the other side until you get there, because I kind of like to have that separation. You can see there is 3 magnolias planted on this side as well, and this side they're still a little small because they're competing with the roots of the trees. You can see there are lots of pine trees. This year I'm trying to give them a little extra water to make sure that they start maturing and catching up. But eventually I'm hoping that this will be enclosed over the arbor, so you can see on this side until you can walk through it, and then you can discover this whole new area, which is, this area I'm working on. This rose is a climbing rose called Amnesty International. It's looking really pretty. It has a it's white on the outside, outer petals, and then yellow on the inside. It's very pretty. It struggled a little bit, but you can see now it has some aphids on it, which I can wash them off if I want to. It's not a problem. But you can see it's pretty healthy, and it's only been planted last year, little bare root plants. So it's been actually grown quite a bit. This is an area that I'm just working on, and mostly kind of on hold because of the budget, but slowly I think I can already make my way here a little bit. But what I did is I planted my Baptisia pink lemonade right here because it will have plenty of space here to expand and become a really beautiful plant right here. This is a derivative of this or part of this Lady Banks rose. I went ahead and I'm training Lady Banks rose to cover the pergola, but this big branch is so healthy I couldn't make myself cut them, but I might just go ahead and cut this one and take it away, and then have this nice open space for the other stuff. I'm also planting few blue salvias here, and I think I'm going to bring a couple of other ones and plant them here along with something yellow. These are, oh, I wanted to tell you that I was listening to some very experienced gardener, and they did mention that she has great luck in planting salvias underneath the roses, and it helps them with the disease. So it's almost like a disease repellent. It helps them not to get diseased. So I'm going to try. I don't know if it's true or not, but she's very experienced, and I thought, this is interesting information, so I'm going to try. But even if it doesn't work, I love the blue here. I'm going to do the blue and the yellow, something on the edges here, which is going to be great. And this area is just really woodland. I'm trying to get some more sun. I'm not sure exactly how quite yet. I might eventually just cut off the tops of these trees. I was almost thinking to remove all these trees towards the street, but I think I'd rather not expose that and just have them cut the tops of the trees here and just keep the trunks for a vertical interest on for the clematis, and not even do anything with them, but will just be really fun and interesting. But at least we'll get some sun in this area. I think everything will be much happier having a little bit of a sun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully some of the plants that I planted today was also interesting to you. Everything is coming around really well, and thank you all. Thanks so much to all of you for watching my videos and following and sending me comments. It's really, really beautiful, and I love staying in touch with you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my videos and have a wonderful day. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.